Hello, everybody. This is the Big Kahuna,
And Eliza Austin.
and you're listening to the Outer Haven Report. So, we welcome you back to Volume 3 of our Outer Haven Report movie review session. And we do have two new movies that we have just finished watching for you today. And wow, they did a little bit bad taste in our mouth. Now, being November, we are trying to focus more on movies that make you think about Thanksgiving and being thankful and the coming colder weather. And originally, we were going to do one of those movies as Thanksgiving. And let me tell you guys, avoid Thanksgiving.
It was really awful. It just, from start to, we couldn't even make it. We started volume 2 and it started with inappropriate nudity in space, which makes no sense at all. And it doesn't flow, nothing about it. We just couldn't get through it, so.
Yeah, the opening shot, ladies and gentlemen, was on a female boob. That should tell you everything you know about that movie. So, we do have two films we did get through, which we didn't have to do any drinking or anything to get through these movies. And if you're looking for something that is a little bit out of the ordinary, good old-fashioned B-movie, then we really think you're going to like this first one.
Okay, the first movie we watched was called Blood Freak. It was 1972. I'll just read you the summary. A biker comes upon a girl with a flat tire and offers her a ride home. He winds up at a drug party with the girl's sister, then follows her to a turkey farm owned by her father, a mad scientist. Bump, bump, bump.
Oh, no!
The father turns the biker into a giant turkey monster who goes after drug dealers.
Yeah.
That's not quite what happened. This is coming to us from director Brad Grinter. I'm not familiar with him. It had Steve Hawks in it. He's more noticeable. He does some Class B movies.
Yeah, Steve Hawks is probably the best part of this movie, which everyone who's seen his acting, that just tells you everything you need to know. The guy, he couldn't act his way out of a paper bag. I'm pretty sure some dryer lint I pulled out from my belly button this morning probably has,
Ew.
I would say it probably has more acting chops than Steve Hawks, but...
The worst part of this for me was he turned into this monster by eating a cooked Thanksgiving turkey.
That was drugged.
And then it amazingly turned him into all he had was this turkey head.
Yeah, and... Okay, now, you guys, it's right on the picture of the movie, so we're not giving away any spoilers with this. It's right in the synopsis. Their idea of a turkey monster is a guy walking around with arms that look about the size of tree trunks.
But they were his regular arms.
His regular arms, and the giant bird head. It looked like they took a bald eagle head, put a feather boa around it, and stuck it on this guy's head. It looked like oh my lord. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the worst. Like, any furries out there would have seen this and they would have been screaming because, a first-year furry cosplayer could have made a better suit than this on a movie.
Well, periodically as the movie progressed, if you can say that, he would turn back into himself. I mean, it didn't flow. It landed like a ton of bricks. It just wasn't... I'm good. One and done.
Yeah, this film, you guys, if you're going to watch it for the sake of mocking it with friends.
Yeah.
Now, we did get through it. I'll give it that much credit. I didn't have to turn it off like we did Thanksgiving. But the camera work alone, I think that Brad Grinder must have had a really limited budget. They only had so much film to use because they had so many shots that were either completely out of focus or were focused on the wrong things. It was driving me insane.
When it was dark. I mean, a lot of it was really dark. We had to back up to see the monster several times because if you're just watching it, you did not see him. You had to pause and focus. I mean, that's just not this monster, and it took a long time to get to the monster.
Yes.
Like, I was bored, and then finally we have a monster. But then we're seeing glimpses of him, not even long.
And we're saying glimpse. Okay, a glimpse is something that takes, I would say, approximately 5 to 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
We will get 1 to 2 seconds of monster. Like, literally, if you blink, you might have missed the monster who was so dimly lit, it looked like 2 eyeballs floating in the air with a beak.
Oh, and he's making the turkey call the whole time, which was just ridiculous. Like, he's coming because he's like...
It was
and you're
bad.
Like, what? What is that?
And the whole idea, the title of the movie, Blood Freak, which, honestly, it took me to about 15 minutes after I saw the movie to really catch on to what they were referring to, is for one reason, it says he's killing drug dealers. He was killing everybody.
Yep.
You came across this guy, unless you were his girlfriend, he didn't give two schnots about you. He would hang people upside down, cut their neck in the worst possible way. I mean, the special effects crew in this movie weren't even trying. It's like, okay, I'm going to gently go across a zigzag pattern across the person's neck with something that looks like just simply his hand, and ketchups are squirting out really slow, drilling down in your face, and he would pick it up in his hands and throw it at his beak.
Well, and they played the same Scream track, and it didn't even match up. Everybody had the same Scream track. I'm serious. Guys, girls, same ridiculous, and they just put it on repeat. It was just bad. It's fun to make fun of it, but it just shouldn't be called like a Class B. It doesn't belong in that class.
Yeah, this is more like a D movie.
Yeah.
Heck, I give it an F.
Yeah, I'm okay. I've had enough of it. I think we should move on. This next one, this needs to come with a warning because we found this list of movies. I know I'm talking a lot. Sorry.
Well, that's why you're part here. We're part of it.
I know.
This is the show. We have to talk.
Found this list of movies. I did an internet search for Thanksgiving movies, specifically Thanksgiving horror movies, and we found Home Sweet Home. I was looking for one. There was a Home Sweet Home movie, 1981.
We do apologize. That is Outer Haven's official mascot. That's Ladybug, who you can see featured in some of our photographs.
She just hacked up a hairball.
Yeah, she's part cat.
She's so gross. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this movie was supposed to be set in 1981, and it was about some escaped asylum patient that terrorizes a family. Well, our movie that we found
was a little bit different.
Very creepy, set in 2013. A couple has a date night. They come home, and there is a creepy-ass stalker dude in their house. I mean, you watched it. Yeah. I watched it on the edge of my chair, just disturbed. Like, the things that went on. Like, I don't want to give it away, but let's just say you can't take it. You gotta know what you're getting into. You know he means harm. He nails the window shut. I'm not going to go in further than that, but that's a bad sign.
Now, the movie we're referring to is Home Sweet Home.
Yep.
The director on that was David Morlett, and it starred Megan Heffern and Adam McDonald, also Sean Benson. Now, the film, a lot better than Blood Freak. They actually knew how to operate their cameras, and a lot of situational suspense. And thankfully, we did watch a TV version, which got rid of a lot of the gore and such with this. There's a lot of scenes I know they filmed it a lot worse than what we've seen. But for review purposes, we weren't really going to see how well they did the special effects. As Eliza said, they just really ratcheted up the suspense with this, with the way they did the filming and the creepiness of the guy. And it says right in the description that they come home and discover that they're imprisoned in their own house with a methodical killer inside.
Yep.
And if you love home invasion movies, then this is definitely the film for you.
However, we need you to provide your name in the list below, and we've decided to unfriend you. So please don't be offended, but we are slightly, maybe more than slightly, largely creeped out. Just going forward. Carry on.
Yes, if you are looking for a movie to do research on, yeah, this is the one for you. Yeah, seriously, who the heck comes up with this stuff? Like, David Morlett, wherever you're at, if you listen to this, our hats off to you because you came up with some creepy, creepy stuff. And the movie was very formulaic. You can ask Eliza. I was yelling at Megan Heffern in this.
Yeah.
Like, she can actually hear me because that's what you do in a horror movie. Like, no, don't go in there. That's where the killer's at. I'm classic for that. It was so predictable in some ways, but despite that, I was still legitimately surprised. And the ending actually surprised me as well.
The ending pissed me off.
This is a family show, dear.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The ending teed me off. I really think that they should have, given us a little bit more. But I guess, gotta be dramatic. Whatever.
Yeah, it was a good ending for what it was. And that's all we're going to say on that. Because, I want you guys to see these if you really want to. And in this situation, I'm going to provide links to both of these films in our description. So let's move on from those really disturbing films today and talk about something a little bit happier. Now, what season is this?
It's turkey season.
Turkey season.
What kind of turkey was that?
Are you mocking my turkey noise?
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble, bummer.
Oh, no, it was alright.
Well, you guys, it's turkey season. That means that we're going to have so much food coming up in just a couple weeks.
We're going to be stuffed.
Oh, yes. Glorious stuff. And with turkey season comes one of my favorite times of year.
What's that?
Pie testing. Pumpkin pie, apple pie, chocolate anything pie. Pie, 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 pie. So, this is what I want to propose to you guys. What is your favorite pie this season? And if anybody says mincemeat pie, I'm not counting you in the vote.
I like pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie or pecan pie. That's about it. Otherwise, I'm not a pie person. I'm waiting on cookie season. Woot woot.
We gotta give it a chance here. We gotta get through pie season before we get to cookie season. Which, let's go right into that now. Before I go into that little rant about Christmas coming too early.
No. This is a divided household because I love Christmas. If the big Kahuna wasn't a bit of grumbly, I would have already decorated for the Christmas time.
We'll talk about that next year.
No, I'm ready now. Why do we have to wait till next?
Because I want to talk about the reason I brought up pie season.
All right.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is because here in a few days, we will be having some new recipes up on the Outer Haven blog, which is ourouterhaven.com/blog. And we want to see what your guys' favorite pie is And the pie that gets the most votes, we're going to put up our favorite recipe for that pie. And we might even do a pie that we're going to show on air.
Hmm? What's this? We're making a pie on air?
No, we're going to show it on air.
Oh.
The pie that we make using the recipe.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. Please don't make it a complicated pie. No, it's okay.
Okay, everybody, so get those pie comments in. Now, we're going to be doing this pie. We're going to give it, I'll say, 2 weeks?
Yep.
So we're just right before Thanksgiving. For our Thanksgiving Day show, we will show the pie that was most voted on.
Yeah.
So either make a comment here below in the comments or go to facebook.com/OurOuterHaven and get your vote in so you can be counted.
Yippers.
Now, let's get into that little comment from earlier about Christmas already.
Yay!
Now, I might be a traditionalist, but I like to think that we have one holiday at a time.
But it already snowed.
Oh, yes, snow.
Beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, sorry. Oh, are we still here? I'm sorry.
Yes, we're still here, and you're talking about Christmas already.
Yes, enough Christmas
When we
together.
haven't even officially had Turkey Day yet.
Who cares? We eat food, whatever. But we get to put up the Creepy tree and decorate and sing carols and listen to songs. There's like sparkly things and yay!
Now, I know a lot of people out there, especially people in Disney World, Disneyland, would really like for us just to go right from Halloween the next day. No, let's get those Christmas decorations up and just act like nothing else happens between now and getting the presents and all the food.
No. Well, no, we can eat the food, but we can be decorated already. Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'd like to know is, what is your guys' opinion on this? Are you more like me in this situation to where you want to have one holiday at a time? Like, I'm all for Christmas. Believe me, Christmas has some of the best movies out there. Die Hard, Gremlins.
The Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger Dead Man. Oh, that is a review we will have coming up. And Christmas this year is going to be so awesome.
Yay.
Star Wars, The Last Jedi comes out. That's Christmas I get excited about right there. Starting to look like a lot like a nerd Christmas.
Anyway.
Oh, come on. You get in the Christmas spirit. Lightsabers, come on. They're red, blue, green. Christmas colors.
Blue is not a Christmas color?
Icicle lights.
No.
They're a blue tint.
Alright, let's carry on.
Now, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments on this. Do you think that we should, have Halloween, then have Thanksgiving, then have Christmas? Or are you one of those kind of people that think, Halloween's over, let's put the tree up the next day?
Yep, those are the right kind of people.
Now, in tradition in our house, we do have what we call the nerd tree, which is currently sitting right behind me to my left. That is the Outer Haven palm tree that has Christmas decorations on it all year round. Well, they're holiday decorations. Like I got a little TARDIS. I have the USS Executioner from Star Trek Into Darkness.
Excuse me, those were not Christmas decorations? I ordered those. Those are outside of Christmas.
Yeah, but they're officially Christmas decorations for our Christmas tree.
They could be on a Christmas tree, but no, they were just decorations.
Yeah, they're just plain awesome is what they are. Come on, Doctor Who Christmas decorations. Come on, that's just... You can't beat that stuff.
Without Christmas, you couldn't have those Doctor Who decorations.
Yeah, well, some things are all year round.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Doctor Who, we do have a very, very big event coming up in Doctor Who history, which, if anybody has any access to social media, you've heard about this if you're a Doctor Who fan or not, and that is the new female Doctor.
Yep.
Now,
You go, girl.
oh my lord, I have not seen so many fights in the Doctor Who fandom since the Sonic sunglasses. I mean, wow.
Those were a bad idea, but this might be a good idea. We don't know yet. You have to give her a chance.
Absolutely, and that's exactly the way I'm looking at it too. Every single time a new doctor is a new version of the doctor is always just the same person, same software, different packaging. Every time a new doctor is introduced, everybody goes through the same cycle. Oh, we miss the old doctor. We hate the new doctor.
Me too.
Then we get used to the new doctor. New doctor is okay. Then we don't want the doctor to go. Don't let him go. And repeat.
Yep.
So I'm, for one, am very excited about this new Doctor, simply because I love Peter Capaldi, but the story needed some rejuvenation, especially after what happened to Clara, which I still think they did the best possible storyline with her. Probably one of the best storylines they've done since Donna Noble. But in the same hand, I wish we had more Peter Capaldi. I love old angry eyebrows.
I love Peter Capaldi.
And with how they ended things with the Master, which only the Master could literally kill himself. I mean, that's just ironic, but there's so many things I wish they would change. And having a female doctor, I think, would really expand the storyline out, because twice now, really, we've had female doctors. We had the Meta Crisis, and then we had Clara, who basically became the Doctor and was the Doctor for part of an episode, even just in name, and carrying around the Sonic Driver and the psychic paper. But toward the end, one reason she died is because she was trying to be him, and that's why her death episode was so well done. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen this yet, this is not a spoiler. Okay, this has been over a season. Okay, so you can get caught up. It's available on Vudu, and if you're overseas, you do have it available on Netflix. So I'm pretty sure. But it's really something to look forward to, and we will be doing a Doctor Who shoot next week, which will feature as one of our models, our very own Eliza Austin, who's one hell of a River Song cosplayer. Come on, you guys ever seen her picture? She could definitely be a River.
Thank you, honey.
Now, another thing we're bringing up here today, just because it's at that time of year, and everyone's been talking about this, and
Christmas season.
Well, Christmas season. We're kind of going to Christmas season here. Everything's kind of mixed in with this. I want to bring up something which is near and dear to my heart, which has been really messing with me.
Christmas lights. Ooh, Christmas cookies. Ooh, Christmas music. Ooh, Christmas movies. Ooh, caroling. Ooh, decorating. No.
I think I'm going to break your heart with this.
Oh, Christmas cards. Oh, gift lists. What? What is it?
Actually, I was going to bring up Star Trek Discovery. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm only bringing it up because Star Trek Discovery, which just came out within a couple months here, is already having its seasonal finale. I guess it's the mid-season finale, because we're trying to be edgy now or something.
Christmas cookies and lights and decorations and trees and...
I'm sorry. When we have turkey, then we can talk Christmas. Yes, that's me. Big Kahuna, Squatcher of Dreams. And speaking of squashing dreams, Star Trek Discovery is, supposedly one of the greatest Star Trek series ever made. But half the people out there are not going to be able to tell you that or not, because it's on CBS All Access only.
That's a shame.
Like, come on, people. What the heck are you thinking, CBS?
Thank you, CBS.
I still watched the other show that came out recently, The Orville.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane's, who is a huge Star Trek fan, and does more...
Well, he lost points with me.
Well, he pays more homage to actual Star Trek than Discovery does, as far as I'm concerned, with this new show that is based off of the Star Trek universe created by J.J. Abrams, more than Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, which that by itself rubs me the wrong way.
Wait, and J.J. Abrams has to do with Star Trek?
I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes she does not read credits on the Star Trek films. She kind of like phases out and, appeases me while watching them, but
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, this Mr. Lensflare redid the Star Trek series with Christopher Pine and a new cast because, well, we really don't want to see William Shatner making out with alien women anymore. Just a little past his prime.
Because he's like 897.
Yeah, and he's definitely not holding that Time Lord type physique. Yeah, Star Trek Discovery, guys, if you watch it on CBS All Access and you really like the film, not the film, but the series, that's great. But I'm sorry, it's Star Trek. Star Trek is never meant to be put onto a streaming service. Star Trek is to be enjoyed by all. Like, I can't even stream it myself on a proper television with surround sound because I have a PlayStation 3. And I refuse to buy a PlayStation 4 just to stream a streaming service when I can watch it on DirecTV. I can watch everything else. Well, Star Trek fans, which I have seen a lot of Star Trek fans out there who are my generation and, even going back to the original generation, who've had the same issue with the show, and I understand things need to change, and you had to be, innovative and everything, but just the fact that Star Trek Discovery, their ship, the Discovery, which is a Federation and Klingon hybrid, uses an open freaking view screen. No, don't snore on me. Anybody who's ever watched Star Trek knows the bridge is completely encased. Other than maybe a window on the top. That's it. You don't have a giant freaking windshield on the front of a starship. Hello, people. Glass breaks. That's why you have several layers of bulkheads. Has nobody else out there ever read Star Trek Next Generation blueprints? There's a reason why you don't have a giant piece of thick glass between you and your enemy.
Crickets.
Star Trek fans are out there agreeing with me.
Alright, well.
You guys are out there and you understand Star Trek and you agree with me on this. Give me some comments on here. Come on. Show Eliza that us Star Trek fans can unite together.
I'm glad that you're passionate about it, but it's time to move on, love. It's time.
No. I will never move on from Star Trek.
No, you don't have to move
Star
on.
Star Trek forever!
Just right now.
It shall live long and prosper.
No, just right now. Right now.
Okay, we'll talk about Christmas stuff.
No, we're not going to talk about Christmas stuff till after Thanksgiving.
But you want to talk about cookies and lights and
I love all that
trees
stuff.
And
it's the happiest time of the year.
And speaking of Christmas, one of my favorite Christmas movies, Die Hard. She didn't see that one coming. So let me put this question out to you guys, since I know how Eliza feels about this. What is your favorite holiday movie? And I say holiday movie, I'm talking about just, fall into winter kind of movie. Like, it doesn't have to be a Christmas or Thanksgiving movie specifically. It could just be a winter film.
What is Eliza's favorite Thanksgiving or Christmas movie? Do you know?
Anything on Hallmark Channel.
No, those are fun to torture your husband with.
That is true. She does love watching them when I'm around and doesn't watch them any other time.
That's not true. I have my binge Hallmark movie times. Every girl needs them, right, ladies?
Well, we can't argue there, because, us guys have our own binge movies, too. Like, one of these days I'm going to do a Rainbow Series marathon.
Good Lord. Okay. Well, that got out of hand quickly.
So we want to know, guys, what's your favorite holiday movie? Put it down in the comments, and maybe we'll do a review on that movie for you.
I'm not going to reveal what mine is.
Not yet, but maybe in the comments. Maybe she will.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe not.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for our show today. Once again, leave us a comment. We want to know what you guys think on this. We want to have full audience participation with this show. So let us know what you think, and we will see you next week on the Outer Haven Report. Outer Haven Media, where you have a voice. Oh, and before I forget, everybody, make sure to check out our site, ourouterhaven.com. We are doing some photography specials right now, also video specials. So if you're in the Northeast Ohio area, be sure you check that out. And you can even meet us.
Yeah.
So this is Big Kahuna.
And Eliza Austin.
Sign off, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Good stuff, huh?